How many times have you heard that humans only use 10% of their brains? Or that goldfish have a 3-second memory? What about the idea that you shouldn't wake a sleepwalker, or that sugar makes children hyperactive? Here is the unsettling truth. None of those statements are true. They have been debunked by science repeatedly. And yet, there is a very high chance that at some point in your life, you believed them. You might even feel a slight twinge of resistance, hearing that they are myths right now. Why? It isn't because you lack intelligence. It is because of a quiet, relentless glitch in human psychology. A glitch that dictates a simple, almost terrifying rule. If you hear a lie told often enough, your brain begins to accept it as the absolute truth. In psychology, this is known as the Illusory Truth Effect. And in a world saturated with constant streams of information, it is one of the most powerful tools of persuasion, manipulation, and belief building in existence. To understand why we fall for this, we have to look at how the brain manages its daily energy budget. Your brain is incredibly efficient, or to put it less politely, it is lazy. It takes a massive amount of metabolic energy to critically analyze every single piece of data we encounter. If we stop to verify every headline, every advertisement, and every casual comment from a coworker, our brains would suffer from complete cognitive exhaustion by lunchtime. So, the brain uses shortcuts. The most important of these shortcuts is a concept called cognitive fluency. Cognitive fluency is simply the ease or difficulty with which our brains process a particular piece of information. When you hear something for the first time, your brain has to work to process it. It builds a new mental pathway, which takes effort. But when you hear that same statement a second, third, or 10th time, your brain recognizes it. The pathway is already paved. The information flows smoothly and effortlessly. And here is where the glitch occurs. Our brains naturally mistake that physical ease of processing for factual accuracy. Because the statement feels familiar, it feels right. And because it feels right, we assume it is true. This isn't just a modern theory designed for the internet age. It was first documented back in 1977 by researchers at Villanova and Temple universities. They gave a group of college students a list of 60 plausible-sounding trivia statements. Some were true, like the polar bear is the largest land carnivore. Others were completely false, but worded convincingly. The researchers asked the students to rate how confident they were that each statement was true. They repeated this test 3 times, spaced 2 weeks apart. Crucially, a handful of the false statements were repeated in every single session, while others were entirely new. The results were stark. Every single time a student was exposed to a repeated statement, even the completely fabricated ones, their belief in its truth plummeted upward. It didn't matter that they had no evidence for it. The sheer repetition of the words over a 6-week period was enough to convert a random rumor into an established fact in their minds. But the story gets even stranger. Decades later, follow-up studies tried to break this effect. They warned participants beforehand. Some of the statements you're about to hear are lies. It didn't work. They tried giving participants the actual verified facts right alongside the lies. It still didn't work. Even when people knew a statement was highly suspect, the raw power of repetition bypassed their conscious logical filters. The gut feeling of familiarity consistently overrode their rational skepticism. Once you understand the illusory truth effect, you start to see its fingerprints on almost every major aspect of human society. It is the foundation of modern advertising. A brand doesn't need to convince you that their product is objectively the best with a detailed scientific breakdown. They just need to repeat a catchy slogan so many times that when you are standing in the store aisle looking at 20 different options, their name is the one that triggers that warm, effortless spark of familiarity. It is the lifeblood of political campaigns. There is a reason politicians repeat short, punchy catchphrases over and over, even when fact-checkers quickly dismantle them. They know that the initial correction gets buried, but the repetition of the slogan lives on, slowly hardening into truth in the minds of the public. And today, in the era of social media, the illusory truth effect has been digitized and put on steroids. Algorithms are designed to feed us repetition. If a false claim, a conspiracy theory, or a piece of misinformation is shared and reshared across your feed, you will eventually see it 5, 10, or 20 times. Your brain stops asking, "Is this source reliable?" and starts assuming, "Well, I keep seeing this everywhere, so there must be some truth to it." So how do we fight an evolutionary shortcut built directly into our biology? We do it by introducing friction. The illusory truth effect relies entirely on us operating on autopilot. The moment we pause, step back and ask a simple question, we break the spell. Whenever you feel that comfortable, warm sensation of familiarity when reading a headline or hearing a claim, try to ask yourself, do I actually know this is true, or do I just remember hearing it before? It is a small, conscious effort. But in a world where repetition is constantly weaponized to shape our reality, questioning the familiar is the single most powerful act of mental rebellion we have left. If you found this deep dive into the human mind valuable, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We explore the hidden psychology, biases, and quirks that shape how we think and see the world every single week. Don't let your feed decide what you believe. Stay curious, question the familiar, and I will see you in the next video.